right, welcome to 2024. Welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to the best YouTube entertainment on YouTube or the internet. This is the Two Stroke Turbo channel. You guys have seen me. I dabble with restoring cars mechanically, like, you know, brakes and timing belts, clutches and engines. And I also have a lot of passion to making cars look good. This is my old Nash. I've had it for 12 years or so. Didn't like the paint job that was on it because it was cheap and done poorly. Took it down to bare metal and realized that somebody had scratched the whole side, had been sideswiped, and it took a long time. It took me 5 years, I think, to paint it. It looks great now, but it was a lot of work. And I painted it and I didn't like it, and I repainted it and then I re-cleared it. I'm just not a efficient body guy. So what am I doing? Because I've got a lot of cars that need body work. I'm using this one as an example because it took so long. And I'm wondering, as I look at my 1991 Eagle Talon Turbo, which I love the car, the clear coat is peeling off the hood. I mean, is it going to take me 5 years to fix this car? Should I even bother? I mean, if I paint the hood, let's say I fix and paint the hood, well, the headlight covers are peeling. And then there's some blemishes in the front bumper. There's, you know, some clear coat peeling just right in that one spot on the fender. You know, I thought maybe I could just do the hood and it would look good and the rest of the car would be fine. But then I start looking around and I'm like, okay, the cowl trim is rusting. The mirrors are faded. There's cobwebs, but there's a couple dents in the door. And then the back bumper is all faded. So where does one stop here? I mean, you either do it or you do it right and you don't do it at all, right? So you paint the whole car or you just fix little spots. I don't know. I'm mulling this over, and not sure what to do. I really want the hood to look better. It just looks bad. I'm embarrassed to drive the car now because the hood looks so bad. It's such a great car, but it looks bad. And I know this is an easy fix, but then where do you stop? There's a couple dents in the hood where the carport, I had it parked underneath. A tree branch poked through it and went right onto the car. I need to fix that. I don't know. I'm tempted to just like leave it as it is and just enjoy it. But it looks bad. Oh, irony. You gotta look good to feel good. I'm not sure what to do, but I'm gonna think it over. I'm just going to pick at the clear coat peeling on my hood in the car while I think about it. Okay, so we're still piddling around the shop today. We're doing some paint correction on the old Nash and a couple other things I'll show you. Once I painted the Nash, I didn't realize that the door jambs were real tight, so I had to patch up a big chip on the door. You can still see that I gotta wipe that off. It's still wet. I sanded that off and filled the chip with paint there, right there, on the corner here of the trunk, and also on the driver's door. It bothered me. Oh, there's a run there too. So it's very cold in the shop, and paint products don't work unless they're 70 degrees. Which brings me to another paint project. I was debating whether to do some aesthetic appeal upgrades on the 91 Eagle Talon, and it looks like I'm going to, as well as the DKW trunk lid has a bunch of rust that I've got to take care of. I can't even get the handle off because the bolt is so rusted. I've got to figure out how to fix this and trim this up and make this nice. So I peeled the trunk lid off the back of DKW. That should make some people happy. I was surprised at how many people really want to see this car survive. Yeah, I do too, but I was surprised. So now I'm getting ready to strip the hood on the Talon. I cleaned the area very well. You can see I've got 3 dents, 1, 2, 3, where a tree branch fell. I've removed my nozzles. Wow, that's really dirty. And I've got my glue gun. Great. The glue gun is supposed to get glue on these guys and then stick them on there, and then I use a puller, either this one or the T-bar ones like these, to pull that dent out. And I'm going to do that now. You need very hot glue to make these work and stick on there. I use the black glue sticks. I've never really trusted this method, but I'm going to let these cure a little bit, let them harden up. And I think I did this one first. Put that on there, put the nut on, and give her a pull. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one. I'm trying to pull the dent out without drilling a hole and using a stud gun. I've got it spread between here and there. These are high spots. This is a low spot where the branch is. Let's just keep pulling this and see what happens. It's going to pop, I bet. Something's going to pop. Come on, baby. Pull that dent out. Oh, it's actually doing something. Did that pull it out? That's high now. That's fantastic. That's gonna work. Huh. I can actually feel it's high. So yeah, it's very high right through there. I'm gonna spray my alcohol. Maybe I need to pull it more. I don't know until it pops. That feels very high. Okay, well, let's see what happens here. There it popped. Oh, there's still a dent. But that's much better. I'm going to keep doing that. There's a kind of a cross dent through here. It got most of it. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the afternoon. This is actually working out remarkably well. I had another big dent there. It popped it out. I have cleaned up the spot, and I'm working on this big dent, which is going to be a little more difficult. It's going to pop. I know it is. I no longer have the strength. I think that the trick is having the glue really hot and a clean surface. I did not have either of those before. Come on, pull that up. Whoa, that is so high. I might be creating, ooh, now I'm all nervous. I might be creating an outie instead of an innie. I'm gonna keep going. It's gonna pop, I think. I think if it's an outie, I can tap it back down. Come on, baby. I don't know. It's so high, it's like a big, huge pimple. But the dent is pretty deep. I can't believe it's still stuck on there. Okay, it's getting easier. Something's happening. What's happening here? Oh, that's so high. Look how high that's sticking up. I don't know if you can see it or not. Something's going to give. Bound to. What's it going to be? I would have tried to pound these dents out from underneath, but there's no, it's a double, there's nothing, I can't get behind it. They're right in a weird spot. If they were over here, I could have got behind them, but they're underneath the structure. Well, this is scaring me a bit. Guess I'm just going to keep going. My safety glasses on. Kapow! Not yet. Wow. That's incredible. That glue is so strong. I had no idea. Well, it's just gonna create a hood scoop there. Did it strip out? What's going on here? It's just not. Oh, maybe it's straight. Well, I'm going to release it. see what happens here. Oh, scared me. Did it pull the dent? Oh, there's still a little bit of a dent there. I think my tool might have been stripped. Ah, come on. I'm supposed to take that off. Ah, come on, baby. Gotta get some more alcohol in there. All right, so the glue pull method wasn't working. I upped it to my stud welder and I popped all the dents out. Pretty happy. There's a little bit there. This one's nice. Moving on. Okay, so we moved on to sanding. First rough cut 60 grit on a DA. Got it pretty smooth. Apparently there's been some body work here before. I'm surprised. Of course, we're going to do some body work here. We got to make these 3 dents disappear. But that's what she looks down when she's all flat sanded with 60 grit on a DA. Okay, so welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to Project Central, which is on this side of the shop over here, and the 91 Eagle Talon that we're getting prepped to paint the hood. The last couple days I haven't done anything but work on other cars, but I did spread some filler over my dent, and that looks good after I pulled them with the stud gun, and I filled all the holes, whoops, in my bumper down below, and now I just got to sand that. But like life, everything else, something else gets in the way. If you notice, this car's been parked here for some time, but there's wet spots on the roof of the car, there and there, and that only means one thing: the roof is leaking. So what am I going to do now? It is storming outside, though, I will say, and there's a wet spot over here. So I don't know which to take priority: painting my car and having the roof drip on it and ruin my paint, or fix the roof. I think I'm gonna have to fix the roof, so I may have to abandon this project for a little bit and do some maintenance. It's always something, always something. But to let you know what's going on with the DKW trunk, because I think we were working on that too, this is super rusted. This lip here, I'm gonna try to cut that off and trim that up, get behind there, sand that out, put a little filler in there and or primer, kill the rust. I've got to get this bolt out so I can get the handle and the latch off, so I can do some sanding on the outside. It's always something. If the cars aren't broken, well, then the building is. So